Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host, Chantele Francis, and coming live from you in the car is Jojo.
The getaway car over here.
Jeez Louise, what are you getting away from?
A chilly parking garage.
Okay,
About to be murdered. Doors are locked. Don't worry.
right?
Frightened. I'm frightened. Yes.
You're frightened. Well, you can't
Yeah.
be frightened of this episode of Survivor 44. What are
No.
your overall thoughts?
Oh. I
Mm,
mean, I don't love the way this season's going, but I love the cast. So that's a big difference between 43 and 44 for me. I didn't
mm-hmm.
love the constant voting out of female players. I'm not enjoying that this season either, but I'm a much bigger fan of the cast in general of 44 than 43.
I agree. I think I was watching Rob like Know It Alls for Rob's podcast,
Yep.
and I believe Rob stated that between 43 and 44, every person that was voted out first was a woman
Yep.
and Geo, who is a person of color LGBTQ.
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting. If we're looking at it's like a perceived weakness that
Mm-hmm.
people are being voted out because of. It's really frustrating to watch. I know a lot of people saying like, "Oh no, Helen wasn't voted out last week because she was strategic," but if they're maybe she was strategic, but they didn't choose to vote out somebody. They didn't vote out Sarah. Sarah
Yep.
potentially could have not have had a vote. So I think that for her vote out is kind of because she is she's POC.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just easy to say like, oh, she's really strategic. I don't trust her.
Yeah, you could say the same
And
thing
then
about Carson, who's this brilliant young boy. You could say the same thing about actually it's a beautiful cat. That tribe hated seeing them go to tribal in general.
of course, but like I definitely feel as though I would have been frustrated with if Carolyn had gone out last week, I would have been
Yep.
frustrated. And I was frustrated with Helen going out.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like there's just those subconscious biases that we're always talking about that is not allowing people that are perceived either as different or as weaker are able to get through. It's just frustrating. I'm
100%.
sick of it. Tired of it. Tired of it. Winter's snowies. BB Can is such a great disgrace to humanity. Honestly, at this point, I do not disagree. I,
Not,
I
not even
briefly spoke
watching.
about it. Yeah, I mean, I watched it live just because it was coming on right now, and I wanted to be in the chat, Taryn's chat, but
Okay.
like, it's not good.
Yeah.
I
Have
agree. Tika must be protected at all costs. They are the favored tribe for sure. You don't like Tika?
No, I love them. I'm just the boot order is horrific. Yeah.
Yeah,
And even if we lost Josh last night, that would have also not been
I wouldn't
ideal.
have been happy about that either.
No.
Not at all. So this episode's called Sneaky Little Snake. Did you detect who said it?
A sneaky little snake. I don't remember.
Me neither, but I'm wondering if it was Danny.
Could have been Danny or Matthew. Very sneaky.
Okay, hot take. I don't think I'm a fan of Matthew.
That's okay. I'm not going to judge you.
I think because it seems like Jeff loves him, it makes me like,
Already.
you know what I mean? Like just like how they're like showing all the things that he's doing and stuff like that. I feel like they're very excited by his gameplay, and I just don't think it's that great. It's okay.
It's funny because any other season I'd be like, oh, I really like Matthew. Just this season's so great with so many players that I'm like, oh, I could do without him. It's okay. No offense, Matthew. Sorry.
So, on the Tika tribe, Sarah is really nervous. She's playing it cool, but she was left out of this vote, and so Jam Jam gave her a hug, and she said that she's gonna just pretend like she's letting it go, but she feels like she's on the bottom of the tribe. What did you think about the aftermath of the Helen vote? Helen blindside.
I think because she actually is on the bottom of the tribe, she feels that way. Girl needs to pray for a de-trioing of those three or some sort of swap or merge quick because she will be next
just
Sunday.
win.
Or just win. Yeah. Just keep the wins coming. Need them.
I would keep winning. And, Carson, he wants to go and kind of smooth things over with Sarah. So it doesn't necessarily mean that he would not keep her next time around. I wouldn't be surprised if he sided with, kept her and maybe took out Carolyn that time or took out Jam Jam that time,
Yeah.
and kept Sarah. I don't know if Carson is wanting to take out Sarah.
Who knows what Carson wants? I personally, if I was Sarah, I think I would go to Jam Jam and Carolyn and be like, hey, he told me this. I say we can't trust him. I would love to work with you three. If we lose again, I understand if you have to vote me out. I don't have an idol. Check everything. I think I'd throw Carson under the bus if push came to shove.
Yeah, I'd probably throw him under the bus. Like, come on, like he's 19 years old. Like I can rattle him. I'm sure.
Yeah. Should be
For
able
sure. Sarah does think that Carson is the most dangerous in the game, and I guess he is because everybody trusts him and they want to work with him and they want him for his vote. But like you're saying, just vote him out.
to. 100%. Like, sorry, Twank, you're young. You have your entire future in front of you. Peace.
But I love seeing Jam Jam and Carolyn hugging and dancing and super
Yeah.
excited that she stayed in the game. I'm sure you're just salivating over having her on your team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even if she wasn't on my team, I'd still be a huge fan. I think she's great television, and I think she's a great Survivor player. I love seeing players that are personalities with brains that use them.
For sure, absolutely. And she even says in her confessional, she's like, I'm playing Survivor with 2 different shoes on or something like that. And she's a bit messy. At this point, I do not see her winning the game. I just don't think that anybody would take her seriously enough to give her the win.
Fair.
But she's entertaining and she is playing Survivor. So
yeah, we're also how many days in? Like, if she's sitting next to 2 people or someone else that the jury just doesn't care for, maybe they'll say, you know what? We like this woman. These are the
I don't know if
points
they're
that
gonna
she's
like
made.
her though.
Who honestly, and especially after these fake idols, I'm really curious how people are going to feel once they find out that they are not real idols. We'll get there, but
So how'd you feel being a Canadian, having Kane sing the national anthem and actually butcher it? I know it was cut, so it wasn't fully the full thing, obviously, but like he definitely sang it incorrectly.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, good for Kane. The fact that he's still in the game, I'm pretty impressed.
They haven't gone back to the tribal.
I thought he was gone his first tribal. I thought he was done for.
Right.
So you know what, Kane? Good luck as a Canadian, rooting for you in that sense. But like with the sword, I got a little nervous. I'm like, are you gonna cut something?
Well, he's a dungeon master. You've never played Dungeons and Dragons?
I personally haven't. I feel like I would love to get into it, but I'm not a LARPer. I'm not a D&Der.
Dungeons and Dragons, though, is not like you don't usually dress up. It's like pretty much you're sitting around like a table and you rolling dice.
Yeah.
And there's someone that's creating a story around it, and then you have to decide what you want to do. It's kind of like a live role playing game. If you ever played like Final Fantasy or Zelda or any of those games from back in the day. Okie dokie. Brandon, who is my season crush, he's very handsome. And he's kind of exactly like me. He's a jack of all trades. Yeah. Like he does everything. Like we saw him snowboarding, we saw him flying a plane.
Flash. Look, just like a little montage of his life.
I know, but what else did he do?
He was doing something in the snow.
I said snowboarding.
Oh shit, I missed that. What else has he done? God, he has a full list though. Some strategic analyst of some kind with some tech company. Brains, brawn, beauty.
Like, maybe we need to date. He's what? Is he a Leo? Let's look when his birthday is.
Is he single?
Is he? He's too young for me, to be honest.
That's okay. But how old is he? What, 27, 28?
He's 30.
Oh, 30's nothing.
I don't want to date somebody more than a decade younger than me, darling.
Fair.
Almost a decade and a half. That's not great. He's either a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. He's on the cusp.
Ooh.
Not sure. Hi, Diva. Thanks for
Diva.
being here.
Done her.
So then we see the love story of Frannie and Matt. I was listening to some of Claire's exit press, and she was being asked what their ship name should be, and she was saying Frankenship. So it's kind of like Frannie and Blankenship, and
Yep.
like Frankenstein and relationship. So she's saying Frankenship is their ship
Frankenship.
name.
I think it's adorable. They're the Gen Z Rob and Amber. Let's see how far they can go together.
I hope so. I mean,
I like it.
I like their romance or whatever more than the romances that they're pushing on BB Can right now. So
I don't even know what they are, but I much prefer Survivor romance than to Big Brother. Because if you're falling in love on an island, stinky, starving, in your first mood, lying to everyone, yeah, that's some true love. And BB, it's like, oh, we're just hot and heavy and bored. Let's get this going on.
Diva doesn't mind being a cougar from time to time.
Yeah.
I just my one big thing is like
Yes.
when it shows up, right? It's fine until you realize the stark age difference, and I don't like that feeling. So it's just like, for instance, I met somebody, not dating wise, but like I was just talking to somebody that was his age, and I was telling him about how in high school I loved the Fugees, and I would like listen to the Fugees CD, and we'd get into a car and we'd drive all the way down Willowdale Boulevard. We'd go through all the stop sign. We'd be bouncing the seats, listening to the Fugees, smoking joints. Okay, and
do it.
He's like, "Who's the Fugees? What are the Fugees? What's that?
Oh,
who's that?"
do you think it was like a Fudgio cookie or something?
Like,
that's embarrassing. That's
it's just stuff like that.
But that's also like not being musical, and
I don't, but that's like, that's something of an era, something of a time. Like I knew every single Fuji song, every single lyric. I listened to it 1,000 times, more than 1,000 times. And so for you have no recollection of something that was such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, for sure. You'd have to find an old soul, but it's just one of those things like that age me. I just don't like that. I want to have those shared experiences, those shared cultural phenomena, those shared like cultural experiences. So, I don't want to go too outside of like the high school times. That's right. Danny's cute. He's talking about how Frankenship really warms his heart because of their friendship, and because of their target. He loves the target that they have. And I love the target that they have as well, because it's like they might be able to use that target, right? Instead of just being like, oh, I'm a target, let's split them up. Like, no, we're a target, let's work together, we're 2 votes. So I think that they're both smart enough to use their target instead of trying to break them apart. I think they're stronger together.
For sure.
So our boy Danny decides to eat the coin instructions that say that this coin, you can do whatever you want with it. It doesn't have any value. And he decides to put the real note from the idol that he found around this coin and return it to the bird cage and rehide the key. Now, obviously, this is what the producers wanted him to do. And he did it. How do you feel about this blatant production interference here?
Yeah, I do really love it. I think it's really exciting. I love that every idol has a fake that is a real idol on a different island. I think that's really intriguing, because that brings into like, what is this? Is this a real one? Is this a fake one? Do you want to trade here? Yeah, I say I loved it. I'm okay with that.
Sure. I like the fact that there's like multiple things. It's just, I like gameplay.
Yes.
And so it's just like they okay, fine. They want to have like messiness and like chaos, but it just allows people to get voted out because of like an idol, but not because of an idol play, because like, oh, they misunderstood an idol that's not an idol that was made by production. Like if it's
Yep.
made by a player, that's fine, right? Like made by a
Yep.
player, I find it to be okay. Made by production to like kind of just inject this into the game, it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. Like right now, there's a million things in play, right?
Yeah.
So we have Danny's real idol,
Yes.
hidden his fake idol.
Yep.
We might as well just say Matt ends
Has
up
an idol.
finding the key and the fake idol.
Yep. Jesse has
Um,
the fake idol.
sorry, who?
Jesse has the fake idol.
Who's Jesse?
Isn't her name Jesse?
Jamie Lynn.
Oh, sorry, sorry, Jamie. Yes, Jamie Lynn.
You came for me like saying like you spelt her name on Jaime and there's an E on the end of Lynn, and you're not even calling her by her name.
Jesse, John,
How dare you?
Martin, Jesse, whatever.
How dare you?
And then all the no votes. So Matt has
Lauren has the bank
Extra.
vote. Sarah has the legacy thing.
Yes.
Matt has a real idol.
And 2 no votes. No, Matt has a fake idol, doesn't he?
Sorry, Matthew has a real idol.
Oh,
Matt
Matthew.
has a fake idol. Danny has a real idol. It's just too like it's too annoying.
There's a lot going on. The least thing I want is I think it's so uninteresting just watching people root around looking for idols, looking for keys. I just want to see them at camp. I want to see conversations. I want to see relationship building. I want to see some strategy. We're not getting that. That's annoying.
I say that because he's 30, doesn't get any pop references. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, the ones that I want, exactly. The fake idols was a little extra at this point, right? Like, I don't mind people making them. I just mind the fact that production's putting them in there, and they're going to have an element of like a realness to it, right? And so it's just like the production duping the contestants is annoying. I find. I don't know. I just like. They're just so heavy-handed. Like, just get out of there. Let the game be the game.
Yes, it's 26 days. Let them go and play. I'm sure it'll be a beautiful show.
Just relax. All right, so we do get a segment of Gab Gab snoring. What does she call it? Snoring like a murderer? No, monster.
Yeah,
Carolyn's like, oh, she's snoring like a monster. And that was a pretty fun segment. Sarah was talking about how, in these times when they're all laughing, like she really loves her tribe, but she still is very scared if they were to go to tribal again.
Should be. 100%. She should be shaking in her boots.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because she's a woman.
Yeah. Well,
like
she's a woman, and Carolyn's going to be pretty loyal to Carson, so it would be very hard for her to be able to sway Carolyn. To take out Carson. So she really is on an island. For sure. So I kind of already mentioned it, but then Soka has a group idol search, and this is like Danny wanting everybody to search for this idol, and he sees Matt find the key or whatever, find something.
Yeah.
And then he knew where it was. He was waiting for someone to find it. And then he went to check and saw that it was gone. And then he goes in front of Josh and Matt and says, like, I know you found something. And then Matt decides to lie. Matt.
Yeah, that was painful.
He's cute though.
He's very handsome, but and he's adorable. But it was just painful to watch. I'm like, this man doesn't have 2 votes. He has a fake idol. He won with Frannie. Let's be real. Yeah. That's resume isn't a negative.
But you know what? Like, I don't know if I think you did see that I pulled cards when the cast first came out.
Yep.
And so far, the negative cards have kind of corresponded with the people that have been leaving the game so far. Matt has one of the best cards of the season.
Ooh, okay.
So, like, he got it. If you know anything about cards, he got the King of Pentacles. Kings, what do? They rule. Pentacles is ruling money, finances, things in the material world. So out of all the cards, he has one of the most winningest cards that I pulled. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that means he's going to win something, like maybe a car, or win something of value, or win the game.
Or win Frannie.
No, that would have been King of
Oh,
Hearts, maybe, or something
okay. Sure.
of relationships. So, anyways, I'm wondering if this is like seeing him like at rock bottom and then watch him kind of be built up to be a
Right.
winner. Because like I thought he was bygones be bygones. Like I thought he was gonna be done out this episode. Like we saw that Claire didn't like the fact that Frannie and Matt were an item. We heard Danny talking about them being a duo, and then he finds his fake idol. Like I thought he was gonna be out this episode. But then I looked at his card and I was like, he might be sticking around for a while. So Matt does tell Josh, which is good, because Josh is like, I'm really happy that he told me. Now I want to work with them as opposed to try to break them up. And then, of course, he told Frannie. Danny tells Heidi about this whole situation. Now, something that we learn later on in the episode, but I want to know what your thoughts are right now. Danny and Heidi are besties.
Yeah, cute. I wish we saw more of Heidi. I know it's only episode 3, but she seems real interesting. And everyone loves her. Everyone in the tribe, no one said that let's go for Heidi. And she is, like the older female player. I was really impressed that they didn't immediately say, oh, we're going to vote out Heidi. Love that. She must have been making some bonds and builds.
Well, I think wasn't it her, Danny, and Josh were kind of like together? Like that was like the division?
Heidi was saying that she doesn't really trust Josh.
So if you were on Ratu, would you be eating worms with Jaime?
100%.
You would?
I'm from East Coast. I've eaten everything.
Except for peppers.
Yeah, I can't do anything spicy. But I could do worms, yeah. That's if I'm starving on an island and there's a camera in front of me, yeah, of course I'm gonna try some. I'd try rat if I had to. I would do the larva. That like those classic.
What about the grubs like that?
Sure, put it in my mouth. I've had worse in my mouth.
Whoa. Why are you frowning? Ew.
And look, on the adventure. Fine.
Well, thank goodness you'll have to eat all the gross stuff on the Amazing Race. I mean, I'd eat it, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
But like, so like the challenge, like they have like these mounds of disgusting food that people have to eat.
I could probably do though cooked like brains over like squishy grubs.
I'd rather do the small and swallow and guzzle.
The grubs are those big fat worms that are like this thick.
How much protein are we talking? Starving.
You're disgusting.
Yeah, I'll do it. Also, like you're on Survivor, like do it. Why not?
I mean, I'll do it on fucking Survivor, but it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not gonna actively go to my garden and be like, oh yeah.
Are you sure? Like that's the way you're making it seem like you're really excited about this.
Delicious.
Oh my god, maybe that's what you should do for our next audition video. Is like eat something disgusting.
Every take, just.
Ew.
Yeah.
Imagine like your burps are gonna taste like grub.
I don't burp. My burps are contained. Ew. I think burping, I cannot burp. If someone burps around me.
Oh yeah, you told me that your friend burped around you and you gagged.
7 in the morning. Stephanie literally she belched, and I looked at her and vomited in the sink. And was like, we stood silent.
Like a burp bothers you, but like a nasty grub, it doesn't bother you.
That's fine.
You're hilarious. All right, well, so they go on a worm hunt, Matthew and Jaime Lynn, and they go kind of searching around the well, and Jamie's like, oh my god, look what I found. Their name is Plant Lady and Plant Daddy, and they find not around Jojo because he will like cut you as a friend and you'll puke.
Don't you dare, Diva. You keep it together. Please.
So then we get a flashback. How do you feel about this flashback that it wasn't a real idol that was found? It was Matthew running around finding beads and putting together a fake idol using his glue and planting it for Jaime to find.
Yeah, those flashbacks really bring me back to see what was it, season 41? We're like, oh, that happened. Okay, cool. I don't mind them, but I like seeing what's happening in the moment. And maybe they couldn't have fit it into last episode. I get it.
No, they wanted the surprise here.
Yeah, it makes sense for the storyline that they're going for.
It's just annoying. It just makes me feel like they're lying to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, ba-da-ba-ba. Like, this is
Surprise!
why I like the live feeds in general, is because, like, I can see what's going on. And so when they do these stupid edits, I'm not like, oh, like,
I'm supposed
they're
to
trying
feel
to
this way. Yeah,
exactly manipulate it. So we find out that he made this fake idol that Jaime has found now. And I mean, this is good to know who has the fake.
of course.
That works. That's good.
Yeah.
But he has the real one and she has the fake one. So they go to the immunity challenge. When the Tika tribes arrive, they are super surprised by Helen being the one voted out, as they should be. They have to dive into the water, swim to a big giant cube, roll this cube back to shore while collecting keys, and dig underneath a log and stack a puzzle. It's like a cube puzzle with different,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's 4 or 6 different colors on it, but you can't have any side repeating colors. It's a typical puzzle, but I've been trying to find it. Can you find it online? Is there an app? I want to practice this one.
There probably is. I remember like playing this a lot as a kid. Like I remember having
with like real
like blocks, but they were smaller, and you'd have to like figure out but once you memorize it, it's like, okay, I know this is here. I know these two are next to each other. There it is.
Well, I want to probably memorize every variation. That's what I'd probably want to do.
Because I'm sure there is, you flip it upside down, it'll still work. But I love the puzzle. I thought that was really fun. I also loved what happened once the first tribe won immunity.
Why? Because you're a cheater?
Yes, I am. Yes, gladly. If there's a second immunity and someone else has already finished the puzzle, you better believe I'm running over, taking a mental screenshot, running back. There's no rules against it. Play within the rules.
That's true. You're right. Well, what had ended up happening was, which tribe was it? Ratu? Was Ratu the first one? I think it was Ratu. Yeah, Ratu was the first wins. I wrote Ratu wins immunity. Oh, did you? Well, I was so annoyed by Jeff a couple times this episode when he's like, "These are the puzzles that you think you could solve when you're sitting at home on your couch." And it's like,
no, these people are building their backyards.
Yeah, like literally building these puzzles, and they know that they can solve it because they've done it at home.
They've memorized it.
Yes, memorized it.
Jeff,
it's like Diva is with you.
Yeah, Diva. Like how I loved the cheating with Matt. Well, the cheating with Matt and Liz in Australia a couple of episodes ago. When Sophie like screamed at Albert to like help her. I love that moment. I'm like, yes, make Albert help. Like beat Ozzy. I get it. I like when you can manipulate the rules a little bit when there's no specific rules. So thinking outside the box is really impressive to me.
Well, absolutely. I mean, like if they don't have to knock down their puzzle and it's still standing there, like, yeah, take that opportunity, figure it out so you can get that second immunity. I'm doing his commentary. Absolutely. But now, sorry, go ahead.
If I'm ever in a position though where I've just won immunity and I can kick something down, like Michelle, you better believe I'm going to be kicking down a towel.
Knock it over.
Oh, don't want to help those
over. Yeah. Don't want to help nobody. You want them to be tired because they are playing for reward. One is going to be a large toolkit and then a large fruit platter. Yeah. And then the second, obviously with immunity, they're also going to get a smaller toolkit and fruit as well. Now, something that we didn't talk about is Jeff calling out Claire, asking her if she is going to make it a third time that she's going to be sitting out on the bench. Now, they need to sit out 2 people from their tribe.
Yeah.
And she does end up sitting on the bench with Heidi. What do you think about this?
I didn't mind it. I think it's fine to sit out of challenges. You know what? Save your energy as long as you're winning. I think it does become an issue when you lose. So if you're winning, sit out, it's all good, but have a game plan for, okay, well, hey, Heidi, we're sitting here together. If we lose tonight, we have to come up with a solution because they will come for what I would start putting a little bit of doubt in Heidi's mind. They're going to want to take one of us out if we lose, unfortunately. So we have to come up with something here.
I mean, sure. I kind of think that, and we'll probably talk about it a little bit more with how this episode ends, but if you want to be considered to be part of your tribe, you kind of have to do things with your tribe. And so the fact that she's not bonding with them in this way, that she's, sitting out, and yeah, she's cheering with them, and yeah, they're winning, but like she's also, as they even mentioned, not getting dirty, not getting muddy, not hurting, not in pain. And she just gets to sit from the sidelines and reap the rewards of the tribe. They're all eventually just going to be like, well, we don't really need you in this tribe anymore because you haven't really contributed in that way. So I think that, sit up those first two. But when Jeff says like, hey, you're going to sit out again, be like, no, I want to be in there this time. Like, be like, I want to prove myself. I want to be a part of this team. I would have 100%.
Yeah, because even if you do lose, at least you tried, which I understand.
wanted to contribute.
I think she's going for
I'm sure that she was just worried that they would lose with her changing up the configuration. You know what I mean? But I think she should have forced herself to be in there, because in the past, you weren't able to sit out 2 challenges in a row. And with them not having a reward, like she was able to sit out multiple challenges when she shouldn't have been able to. She should have been forced to work with her team.
She's only competed in what, 1 challenge?
None.
Well, the first one.
Oh, well, like the pre-challenge, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Oof. That must be a record, no?
I believe it's a record. Yeah. There's some people that kind of matched it, but it's kind of a record. Her exit is kind of a record. So we see Matt looking at the other puzzles and copying. And they do they win or do they not win? They don't win. Soka is going to go to tribal council for the first time. So they had 6 people. Look at that. Claire and Heidi both sitting out of this, and they're going to be going to tribal for the first time. Like, you don't want to be going to tribal if you weren't there to say like, hey, I helped you do this. Hey, because the people that just did this together, they'll be like, well, we put our game on the line while they sat on the sidelines. Like, we need to stick together. Let's take out somebody that sat on the bench. Yeah, that's what I would be doing.
Or at this point, I'd already have a really strong 4.
Yeah, I'd be sitting out of challenges.
Fair.
It just made them an easy target.
Yeah, pardon? I get it. Poor Claire.
I mean, it was
hard to watch.
So back at camp, Claire is talking to Frannie about voting Matt out. I'm just like, Claire, I get it. I get it, you want to break them up, but this is her best friend. It's her boyfriend. Like, they might even get married. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you never know what the beginnings of this, like, friendship, relationship thing is. She's not going to vote out her man right now.
But I did love that Frannie wasn't initially like, oh, now I'm going to target Claire. She was like, no, I actually want both of them to stay.
Of course she wants both of them to stay.
I'm like, but I love that she's, like, spinning. She's not taking it personal already. She's okay with it. I'm sure if Matt heard that people wanted to take out Frannie, I don't think that would have been he would have been as okay with that.
I mean, I think he would, in the moment, he would be like, oh, I don't know if he'd have that much pushback. I see what you're saying, but like I just feel like he's a little bit passive. I don't know if he'd have like some teeth to be like, oh, I'm coming to get you. Like, I just don't know if he has that in him. Not right now anyways, but we'll see. Instead, though, Frannie wants Josh to be the vote here instead of Claire. Claire talks to Heidi. Heidi doesn't really give her anything. She's kind of like, I don't know. And we learn that Danny is her number 1. And Heidi tells Danny that Claire wants to push Josh now. And I'm like, she's not sure what to do. I knew that she wasn't going to go against Danny. If she's working with Danny, Danny's the one that's kind of basically pushing this plan for Claire to be the person that is taken out of the game, keep the tribe strong. Like, they didn't need her in the game. They didn't need her in the challenges because she hasn't proven herself. And I think she said in tribal council, I haven't had a chance to prove myself yet. And it's like, well, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And you proved yourself by sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
So, just got to say. So the second time, okay, do you know what the second time where I was annoyed with Jeff was?
Oh,
we get to tribal.
Okay, tribal annoyance. What did he do to? Oh, there was, what was it? Tell me.
That gargoyle.
Oh, that. Yes.
Shut up. That's not a thing. The gargoyle is watching over you. Like,
is that
Jeff,
the monster?
It's not a thing. Like, nobody's ever looked at the gargoyle. Like, I think he's losing it. I think he's losing it. Oh my God, we're tribal. It's the gargoyle. Like, get out of here. It's
Yeah,
not
good
a
luck.
thing.
I knocked down a light. Like, screw
I've
this.
never noticed a gargoyle.
No.
Like, and he, like, literally, like, I
Arr.
think he's losing it. I think he's losing it.
Yeah, he needs to take a break. Someone needs to who should replace Jeff just for a season? Just for one season. Give him a
No,
break.
nobody.
No one?
Nobody.
No one else
It's
could do it?
like, I don't know. I don't want to see another host acting as Jeff. So, like,
I'm trying to think of someone
like just maybe like a producer from behind the scenes. Like,
yeah, just someone with absolutely no personality. It's like, hey guys. I mean, hey everyone. I mean, oh
come on
God,
in.
I already messed
Come
up.
on in.
Yeah.
Like the gargoyles watching. I died. I was like, Jeff, you're trying to make. He's always trying to make fetch happen in different ways. It's like this is not a thing. The monster's not a thing. Like Survivor being this like crazy, amazing, like it is strategic and all that stuff. But he's like, and then you got to touch around and you got to like vote each other out. It's like, yeah, we know how to play the game, Jeff, and it's not that deep.
Yeah, we've been watching it for over 20 years. Yeah, got it.
We got it.
Thank you.
Got it. So that's what I wrote. I'm like, that gargoyle, that's tribal council. Since when? I'm like, I have no idea when that became a thing.
No.
So we hear Claire saying she didn't give me a chance to show what I was made of. And I was like, she should have stood up. She should have stood up and been like, I want to prove myself. I want to feel like a part of this tribe. And she didn't. And so I fully understand why it was an easy vote for her to go out here. And because Matt found this fake real idol, it became dangerous to vote out Matt because the bullet can come back onto somebody else, right? So, well, they don't know that it's fake other than Danny. So, and now we know that Josh now wants to keep those two together because they have an idol and they have two votes together. Yeah. So, she kind of just got screwed over by the twist and then also screwed over by the fact that she did not participate in any of the challenges as a team. Claire. So yeah, Frannie wants to kind of zoom out and see like the long game and kind of look at everything that's happening. I like that. I think that she has her finger on the pulse of like how the game is working. I love that she didn't want to jump on Josh, sending Josh home. Like she wanted to keep her allies in the game.
Yep.
And right in the moment, so we've got a live tribal like Jeff loves. Jeff needs to start watching Australian Survivor so he can see what a real live tribal is.
I feel like he has though, and that's why it was pulled off Paramount. He's like, oh, this is really good. This has got to go.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, absolutely. No.
It's competitive. It's longer and it's better. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. No.
Jonathan's so hot. Crap.
And like sometimes he asks too many questions, but at least his questions like are good.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like, man, you're gonna like out this plan. I don't want you to screw over this plan, but like it's not all metaphors that like gets so convoluted and heady that you're like, why are we talking about this bus again and putting on your seatbelts and kicking someone out of the back seat of the bus?
Yeah, and the palm tree that fell on the bus, and you drive over the palm trees, but you know that they're going to grow again. You grab a coconut and drink it, cut it in half, split a four-way roll. Like, oh, I got to memorize all that. Yeah, cool.
So I was joking with Sarah, but maybe you're right. Do you think that in your Survivor audition, you need to come up with your like Survivor metaphor?
I feel like I would try and like have something prepared. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, this is like the kind of shtick that I'm sticking with.
Yeah, I think
this can use this, can use that.
So I'm gonna be like I really feel like Survivor is like the gargoyle. And it's like, you know, you're up there and it's scary and you're perched and you're watching everything and you're ready to pounce, but you also want to be staying in the shadows and in the sidelines. You don't want anybody to notice you, but you're there watching in fear, but then you're also hiding in the shadows. And
waiting for the sunrise.
Right, exactly. For you to then jump on your prey.
Yes. Snatch them. Snatch them. Yeah.
I mean, that one sucks, but like, I'm going to think of a good one.
I know you're going, and they'd workshop with you. They'd be like, okay, you're on the right track. Yeah. But Do you remember that Gargoyle, that television show back in 1999? There was a character of from Renee, and Renee Zellweger came up with this great Oscar speech. You should use this line, and yeah, they'll figure it out for you. Don't worry.
Ooh, I'm like, my middle name's
What?
Renee.
Oh, there it
We've been talking
is.
about that.
You're like, and your name is actually, and you're actually going to be going by Renee, okay?
Yeah, you're going on Renee on this season because it will all tie together and make sense.
Yeah.
Got it.
We had a
Boom.
Chanel on Chantele. We're worried about, there's gonna be two. There's a Shannon. There's gonna be two Shans. Thrown in a
Well,
Sean.
Shan is the
Shan.
Chantele.
Yes.
Oh my
with the
goodness. I'm going as Renee. Done. So Claire does look over to Heidi and ask, if she's still where she was before. And Heidi was like, yeah, I'm still there. So Claire is going to play her shot in the dark.
Good.
She's not safe. So that means she loses her vote, which she needed.
Yeah.
And with a unanimous vote, she is voted out of this game. And she didn't even get to vote. So she got voted out, not participating in any immunity challenges and not even casting a vote.
Yeah.
And she's a super fan.
Brutal.
I
will say that I really like Claire. I follow Claire on Twitter. I think she's really funny. I liked her on the season. She was a lot of people's winners picks.
Mm-hmm. She was on my team.
Yeah, a lot of people were standing her at the premiere. People were saying, like, who are you rooting for? Claire. I had a lot of Claire feedback. I really like Claire, and it's sad to see her go this early. But she did end up getting, like, her meme that will be used, is it popping up? Oh, no, this is our draft. She had a little meme that's going to be used for a little while, I'm sure. There's still going to be some Claire stands, I hope.
Oh, I forgot to take it down to Helen.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's not audience, so I need to make a new row for them.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay,
so Bruce is gone.
Yeah. And then Maddy.
Oh shoot, I forgot about Maddy. Oh my god, number 1 draft pick.
Oh,
right.
Rough. I hate that boot order so much.
It's terrible. All people I was interested in seeing how they played the game.
Yeah, bye.
See ya.
I'm at 4. Oh, okay.
Okay.
4?
Yeah, you got team like personality for sure.
Team
Mother. Okay, so who do we think was like the MVP of this episode?
That's a tough one. Let me look. I think it's got to be Danny.
I agree.
Yeah, Danny's MVP of the app. Absolutely. The fake idol, the chomping down of the paper.
Got his how he wanted to be voted.
This man is beautiful. He's kind. He's really easy on the eye. I know I mentioned his looks. He's really easy on the eyes. He's got a great smile. Yeah. Smart. A little calculated and a bit of a bad boy.
Ooh.
But
he's here to play. And right now people don't think of him as a big player in the game, which I think is going to be boding really well for him. Remind me that Danny was on Ron's teams if next week when we shuffle these around the episode MVP.
Okay, love that.
Well, you are the only one that's still fully intact here. We've all lost one player.
Anyone lose 2? No one lost 2.
No one's lost 2 yet. But it's I'm enjoying the episode, but as you know, I'm annoyed with all the twists and stuff like that. It's just like I just want to see them play.
They'll relax on the twist soon enough, won't they?
I don't think so. There's like 19 twists in the game. You think they're gonna relax?
No.
Like I'm sure that Jeff wants someone to play the gargoyle.
Oh, pick it up.
Like, what's his name? Adam Klein.
Yeah. Can I play that? Can I play this? How about that? Cool. Take it. Like, let it rip. Play whatever you can.
Please. If fake idols, fake gargoyles, like, you never know.
Well, big vote. Like, I got an extra vote, PS. Why not?
Exactly.
We're live.
Right.
Live.
For trying, you got to get something for trying here.
Absolutely.
So do you have anything else you want to talk about this episode before we say goodnight?
Oh, when Jam Jam almost killed Carson, that made me laugh quite a bit with the big puzzle block.
I didn't really notice it. No.
Oh my, he almost killed him. Oh no, okay. What's the preview for next episode? What happened? Do you remember? That's a bad sign. Last night.
Is there gonna be a merge or a swap?
Oh, I would really love a swap. I really need to spice up this 3 tribe placement.
Hold on, I don't remember. Let's see if I can get to it really quick.
I really want a surprise. I want to be surprised.
And snake. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see what it is. Sorry, I just to fast forward to the end.
That's okay. What's it gonna be, boy?
What's it gonna be?
Oh, no. Yes or no?
I'm now rooting for Heidi though. I knew she was she's an Aquarius.
She reminds me. Sorry to interrupt. She reminds me of Susie, and I love Susie. Susie was with Bill when Bill won. Was it Bill? Old man Bill? The old man. Bowtie Bill. Yeah. Remember Susie? She came in second. She got a couple votes at Final Tribal. She was older, really smart. Was the most
Susie?
She won like 2 immunities.
Okay, hold on. This can change the game.
What?
They're putting their hand in a bag. That's it.
Okay.
So something about there was something about the bird cage. So who put that in there? Something like that. And then it shows Jeff like can change the game, and you see everybody putting their hand in a bag. So it seems like it's a twist.
Yay. Swap. Good. I hope so.
Swap it out. Yeah, shake it up.
Yes.
Let's break up the couple so that they both have a fighting chance now.
Put them on their own island. Like this is the Love Island spin-off. We're gonna put you 2 here for 2 rounds.
Yeah, they're trying to get the Love Island audience.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks, Jojo, for sneaking out to your car so you can chat with me about episode 3 of Survivor 44. Wow. Thank you, everybody here in the chat, for being here as well. And if you haven't done so already, what are you doing? Please just subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let us know how you feel about these advantages. Are there too many? Are there not enough? Do you think it takes away from the integrity of the game, or do you think it adds what this season needs? And also, since when has the gargoyle been a thing? Have you heard about the gargoyle? Tell me about the gargoyle. Other than that, we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.